Hey everyone, I am back after a while. I haven't made a video. um, I wanted to share with you that I did an art fair over the weekend, my first one, and it wasn't like it was actually the first time this art like society did an art show, and so it wasn't like super well attended, and I made a couple sales of my little bookmarks, but I didn't sell any paintings. And okay, my dogs are playing in the background, so hopefully they won't be super annoying. But anyway, I did not sell any paintings, which is, a little disappointing, but I don't really actually care that much about selling my art, truthfully. I just wanted to do it to put myself out there and meet other people. And anyway, I'm going to just show you all the paintings that I did not sell at the art fair. And these are some of my favorite paintings. I think that a lot of them would look super cool framed on someone's wall. And I'm sorry, they're under plastic, so there's a bit of a glare, but it's not too bad. I think you can kind of still see what's going on here. I have a mix of watercolor, florals, abstracts, and a couple of acrylic pieces. My husband was like, "Oh yay, more for us to hang in our house." I did, however, get a lot of compliments on my art, and people loved my bookmarks. Oh my gosh, my dogs, I am so sorry. I had a lot of these avocado bookmarks and also my carrots. I don't know where they are right now. Oh, here they are. These are my carrot bookmarks. I had tons of these on the table, and I actually had one lemon and like a billion avocados. And I ended up actually selling one of these and a carrot. So one of these crazy like abstract bookmarks. I think these are cute. This was just me playing around and making those, but the carrots and avocados are a little more serious. Dogs, dogs, would you take a nap already? This is one of my favorites. This was actually from a sketchbook, but I tore it out to put in the mat. When I painted this, I was very unsure about it, like at the time. And I end up now really loving this painting. I think the colors are really cool. And yeah, I think when I painted it, I was not so sure about this flower hanging down over the vase. Like I thought it looked a little weird, and maybe it does, but I still love it. Okay, the other good thing that came out of the art fair was the president of the art society talked to me at the end, and she asked me if I taught any classes, and I was like, well, no, but that is one of my goals. So she and I are probably going to talk more about that, but this is the painting that she was in love with and she thought would make for a good class. So I might make some videos about this painting and do it again and play around with like how I would do a class on that painting. But I think that the class would be focused on like learning how to be loose in your art but using that painting as an example. I think that would be a cool class because I think learning how to loosen up in your art is probably something that a lot of people want to do, but maybe don't really know how. And that's kind of my specialty. So I'm excited about that possibility. I don't know what's going to happen with that. It also quite terrifies me to think about teaching a class because I never have. And who am I to teach a class? But, you got to start somewhere. People seem to like my bugs a lot at the art fair. There was definitely some traffic, but like there was a really professional oil painter guy next to me, and he only made two very small sales also. He was a bit frustrated with the fact that there weren't that many people there. So it wasn't like I didn't take it personally. I feel like it was just maybe not the best place to be. to actually sell anything, but again, it was very fun anyway. This one got some attention. I think this is a beautiful painting, and they look so good in the mats. You can see I have many styles. This painting sort of still, I feel like there's something missing with this one or something not quite right, but I put it in the mix anyway. Here's some acrylic abstract work. I really love these. This one is probably my favorite one that I've done. Along with, there is one more that I have that I really love, but I don't have it matted. One of the problems I had with picking artwork to put in this fair was that a lot of my artwork is really strange sizes, and at first I thought I was going to buy a mat cutter and like cut custom mats for all my weird paintings, but that quickly became very overwhelming, and I decided I was not doing that, and I just picked out paintings that were either 8x8s or 9x12 or 8.5x11. So this one is an 8.5x11, and then my 9x12 mats are just a little bit bigger. You can see that. So I had to kind of go with like paintings that were all ready to be put in this size frame, because again, I wasn't ready to really like invest in a bunch of equipment and stuff when I don't even know that I want to do art fairs going forward. I think that probably my YouTube channel would be more of my focus, and um, maybe getting into some teaching. So this is the original excuse me, the original painting that inspired a whole bunch of, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm shaking the camera. I'm looking for the other one. Where did you go? Why are you all the way at the bottom of this pile? Oh my goodness. Here we go. The camera is going to stop shaking, I promise. So anyway, these two are, this was the first one I did like this, and literally I was just scribbling, I was just playing around, I had no plan, it just happened, and I ended up really liking it. And then this one obviously was inspired by that, and then I also did a bunch of little mini ones. I'd have to look for them, maybe I will. Those are also really cute. So that is all the paintings that I did not sell at the art fair, and I'll just show you some more of my carrots. I think I did a video on these. I don't know if I ever posted it. I think I did. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I did. I remember now. So these were like all over the table. This little batch of avocados, I love the colors on these. And then I have some like freaky ones, some more like realistic colors. And anyway, then I have, this is just like the same book page paper that I use for all the paintings that you saw that have the book page background. And I just did some like abstract stuff on top. So that was basically my experience with that. And I don't know. I don't know what the future holds, but I would like to get more consistent with my YouTube channel here. And so let's do it. Let's do it. The other thing that I did the day before the art fair, oh, well, let me just open this. Bear with me. So I got accepted to the art fair back in September, and in mid-October, I actually canceled. We got a puppy. I was feeling overwhelmed. I was like, I can't get all this stuff ready. I just can't do this. I'm overwhelmed. I wasn't sleeping well. So I actually pulled out of the art fair. And then 2 days before the art fair, I emailed the organizer and I was like, if you still have a space and could use me as a participant, I would like to still join in. And she was super nice, and She let me do it. So I had like 2 days to actually, well, less than 2 days actually, to prepare for the fair. And I had already done a lot of the matting, and all my bookmarks were pretty much done. And so I did it a little last minute, which ended up being good because I didn't have time to be like worried about it and anxious leading up to it. I just right before was like, I'm doing this, I'm bringing what I have, and that's that. But the day before, I got these stickers made because I don't have like a business card, I don't really have a social media. So I was like, let me just get these cute stickers. But look at this. That's one of my paintings. And I thought these were super cool. I have a bunch left, and I put one on the back of all of these paintings too. So I think that's all I have to say about that for now. And thanks for watching.